Hello everyone and welcome to this month's monthly rivals. Well, of course it is monthly, the clue sort of in the name. Now this run is top 500, nearly top 300 to be honest, or the top 0.12% in the world. Now this circuit has got two main characteristics is what I say, which is high speed and mid-speed corners. As you can see, the first corner, third gear, really trying to maximise track limits. Now, a lot of the times in these laps, you glance the wall, and as you can see in the top left, every lap before this hasn't been an actual lap time that I could have set. And obviously lap one you're at standstill, so unless if you're superhuman and manage to take off 0 to 150 within 0.001 seconds, you're never going to set a good time. You can see I cut the corner there a lot, which looks like a lot, but you'll see later on that that's really not enough. And even in my lap that got the top 300, still really should have cut it more. But this last corner is really interesting because obviously it's flat out, but you don't want to cut the corner too much because there is a bump. As you can see, I hit it slightly there, but you can either oversteer or into the wall with that one. Now, going into the first corner, I'm going to pause it there. Look how far away I am from the canopy on the left. You'll see that later on. I'll do a side-by-side with my final lap. That is way too early. Now, as you can see, I'm all over the dirt there, which is as far as you can go. That wall I've hit many, many times. Too wide there as well. But this lap I do is actually not bad. And I'll show you the time at the end. It was sort of false hope, because obviously you can see it's lap 6, but really lap 2 from when I actually started going for it and not hitting walls. It was quite a good time, and I really struggled to beat it for a long time. In fact, I think I set 3 times, all in the 101.8, which I think was actually enough for top 500. I think this lap I did might have been enough, but I was under the impression I needed a 101.7. So that's what I kept pushing for. And again, that final corner, it's a little bit too wide, 134 miles an hour through that, it's far too slow. There's the 101.862. Now, going into this next lap, again, trying to get as close as I can to that checkpoint. Really, you want to go right over the middle of it to avoid the bump and get the most speed. You can already see I'm braking a lot later. Running out wide though, too greedy on the power, and that is what happens most of the time, if not all of the time, it felt like. And this time, as you can see, I cut the corner a little bit better. Still not quick enough through the corner. You need to be hitting really the 140s. Now I paused it there just because we did a 102.2. That is a sort of lap time I did over and over and over again. And as you can see, again, just too greedy on the power and hit the wall. Going into this one then, as you can see, again, braking later than I have before, and this is where it really sort of started, unravelling for the next few laps, constantly hitting the walls, constantly spinning. Now I sped up this next section because I got 2 good lap times back to back. I think I did a 102.0 and a 101.9. That's really the time I did the most. Even when I was hitting walls and stuff, I could still continue the lap and do a low 102. I think in total I did like 40 laps of this, plus I did about another 60 before I even started recording. So it was quite frustrating, constantly doing the same time over and over and over again. But you can see here I'm not cutting that corner at all, which is something I didn't really figure out until later on. I remember doing a run against a ghost and saw he just completely cut the corner as I end up there hitting the wall multiple times, which was quite frustrating. Now through this sort of section I wanted to show a minimum speed. As you can see, 75. This section was one of my favourites because you have to get on the power early because you've got quite a long run into the corner. Now let's just see how much I cut the corner this time. As you can see, on the dirt, but it's still not enough. You need to actually be off-roading to the point where you're sort of losing control. And again, this time 76 through that corner, flat out, as close to that wall as you can get. And then one more time, 77, basically 78 through there, but a little bit too early on the power and into the wall, which, like I said, you'll see a lot. Again, braking late, getting on the power early, too early, but I had to lift a tiny bit through there, which is why I made that corner, but that would obviously affect speed the whole way down. There's quite a long straight. You want to gear up at the top of that hill from 4th to 5th so that you keep as much minimum speed as possible. Now this, as you can see, I did 80 before I clipped the walls. Now I had made that corner multiple times before, going 80 miles an hour, but you can just see it's just relentless. It's over and over and over again, hitting the wall. So there's another example again, and then I think I'll probably do it again here. Oh no, as you can see, that's how close you have to get for a good time. As I speed up the rest of this lap, because I think this was again quite a decent lap. But actually no, this is when I hit the wall again and invalidated, as I look back in a bit of anger there. Now this is the moment everyone's been waiting for, the top 300. I'm going to say it's not technically, but I'm going to say it is. I'm going to talk over it. I will have a short out where it's just me not talking, but look how late I brake compared to earlier. It is a massive difference. As you can see, you hug that inside so you can accelerate early up into gear 4 well before that bend, which is the best I've done it. Keeping it tight, not too tight, as you don't want to run out too wide, but you don't want to go too tight and you scrub off speed. Again, we're looking at about 77, 78 mile an hour minimum speed. Try and line up the final apex so that you can just get on the power. Again, you want to brake late, and as you can see, I cut the corner a lot more than I have, as I wheel spin a little bit out of there. That's what you want. Ideally you wouldn't wheel spin, but if you're on the dirt in this car, of course that is going to happen. Nice early apex here, so you can get on the power early and just run it out wide. Don't try and scrub the tyres too much. Up into 4th, up into 5th before the final corner. As you can see, straight over the middle of the checkpoint. Good minimum speed up to the line, 101.6. Do a little spin for a celebration, and the man in the red jacket is very happy for me. As you can see, as we load up, there we are, top 315th in the world. Could I have gone quicker? Probably. Will I try? Maybe. I was going to try and do top 100. As I said, one of my first laps, I was already in the top 500, so I thought, can't be too difficult. But I have a look here, and I think the top 100 times, I mean, like a 101.2, which I don't know where I'm going to find 4/10 in that. But that's where this video is going to end. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, all of that rubbish.